I think I'll learn a lot from just being on my own in a foreign country and like fighting for myself. I can feel it in my soul that this is something that I have to do for myself. Hi, welcome to another video. So for a lot of you guys who don't really know, which depending on when I release this video and what I've actually talked about, I'm actually going to be leaving Melbourne very soon and I'm off to the Netherlands to study for 2 years, but I do plan to stay in Europe maybe long term. When I made the decision to study in the Netherlands, I guess I was very excited because sometimes I just felt like I never really belonged in Melbourne, even though I grew up here and spent like 20 years of my life here. As I'm approaching my departure date, I've kind of felt this weird sense of like melancholy and feeling like I need to almost like wrap things up here. I don't know, I've just kind of been thinking a lot about my life in Melbourne and how leaving it all behind and traveling 33 hours to another country is pretty damn scary, you know? So this is going to be quite like a sentimental video. I think it's really cool like looking back at videos from like a year ago or something and just seeing what kind of person I am, especially when you're in your 20s. I feel like it's a very like nebulous kind of time of your life. You're always like changing. I just think it'd be really cool to look back on myself and just see how much I've grown. By the time I finish editing this video, I'm probably gonna be in the Netherlands, so I'll probably be sitting there and just reminiscing about my life here, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. So yeah, come along with my journey. I'm working from home today and I have a meeting with my manager in 9 minutes, so I'm gonna go and get ready for that right now. How's Italy? Yeah, awesome, thank you. Bye. Oh my god, those are always like super scary. I think working industry has given me so much perspective and insight, like nothing that uni could ever provide you. I feel really bad for leaving, but I know this is a step I need to take for myself and my own personal journey. I think if people really cared about you, they will always support you when achieving what you want to do and what your goals are in life. Yeah, this is the step for me. I've been wrapping up things with my high school friends here, and I recently went out with dinner with them because I literally haven't spoken to them for like 3-4 years, you know, and I just feel like we've really grown apart. And no matter how much I despised my experience in high school, I really valued my time I spent with them because ultimately it made me who I am today, right? So I live pretty close to one of my friends and she has a younger sister and she's been really into Pop Mart. In 2020, before Pop Mart blew up, because I'm Chinese, you know, my family gave me some Pop Mart toys, so they gave me this one. It's like a limited edition 2020 Christmas edition kind of Pop Mart thinger. I really wanted to give to her little sister because I think she'd appreciate it much more than I do. And of course I didn't want to just give her a figurine. I really wanted to take this opportunity to write a letter to her family and just really thank them for everything they've done for me. I've got my little letter writing stuff, and I do have my collection of washi tapes just to, you know, spice up the letter and make it a little bit more cute and personal. Her name is the shade of green, and she doesn't really know this, but the color green has kind of always reminded me of her, and I feel like it kind of works out in such a cute way that, you know, the figure I'm giving to her little sister is green. I've got green washi tape, and then I want to put it in this green box that used to be for like a scented candle. So yeah, I'm gonna get to it now. So I finished writing my letters, and in order for them to fit into this box, I thought I'd fold them into little origami hearts. I think it'll be really cute and also just practical, I guess. And before I like to send all my like little letters off, I like to give them a little seal. I feel like it just personalizes them a little bit. For my wax seals is this one. This is like the most like unprofessional way to do this. Ta-da! Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, basically I started this painting of this guy when I was 16, and it's like his birthday, and I thought it's about time I finish it, right? But also I haven't painted in like 7 fucking years, so I don't know how this is gonna go. But yeah, I'm gonna attempt to do that. I actually really don't know how to paint. I never really took any painting lessons. Basically, I'm saying I'm like a fucking amateur and have no idea what I'm doing. But we're gonna give it a go. But either way. because I don't really have any canvases. Usually I just take apart an old cardboard box and that's my new canvas. So that's what's gonna happen right now. This is my ingenious solution of storing all my paintbrushes. Okay, I think this painting has peaked. It's not exactly perfect, but I think I have done as much as I could, and I really don't want to touch it anymore because I'm really scared of just fucking it up even more. So now I'm just gonna do the background because it's a little shitty at the moment, and hopefully that goes well. For my level of skill, I think this is pretty fucking good. So now the plan is to just not touch it and just let it dry. I finished basically just on time, so it is now time to change into my normal person clothes and get ready for my friend's birthday party tonight. So this is my outfit. It's very on theme because I was like, I'm presenting a piece of art today, so I'm like a little artiste. So it is now T-minus 3 weeks before I leave this country and fly to Europe and potentially stay there forever. Like Lowkey, I feel like I'm like procrastinating. I don't really feel anything at the moment, even though I'm literally gonna be picking up my entire life, moving it across the sea, traveling freaking 33 hours by plane to a foreign continent that none of my family has ever even been to. If any of my other friends were doing this, I'd be like, girl, like you're crazy. Why aren't you doing anything at the moment? Why aren't you packing? Why aren't you planning? Maybe it like brings into question, am I procrastinating because I'm like actually scared, or am I procrastinating because it's a bunch of boring shit I have to do? But you know, this is just a part of moving your whole life overseas. You know, you just gotta do it.
Why is the back so far away? Driving? Yeah, driving. Guys, like, we fall in. Drive out like that way. Oh, legit. Okay. And move out.
Oh my god. I can't.
Progress, turn.
Turn. Oh, we're going out.
야, 여기 좀 보자.
Okay, so this is literally the worst angle ever, and the worst lighting ever. So basically, I'm getting my hair cut today. Since I'm moving to a new country, I'm gonna have like so many other things I need to do and so many other things going on that getting a haircut should be on the bottom of my priority list. I just want to have one less thing to worry about in a foreign country that I've literally never been to, you know? Like everything I like to do, I like to leave things to the last minute because I'm literally leaving in 4 days. So this is the exciting content you signed up for. I think she was explaining to me like the layers and stuff she was doing, and I was like, that looks good. I have no idea what you're talking about. Got my hair cut and I really should be packing, but I like little freaking DIY projects like this. So I'm going to try and preserve my flowers. So I've got my rice. I think this one's pretty good. Hey! So I just took my graduation photos today with my family, and the whole time I was kind of just thinking about how this is kind of like my last time I'm actually spending a lot of time with my whole family and my parents and going out on a little like day trip or adventure with them, and it made me feel a little nostalgic. I know a lot of people, but also I have a lot of baggage here. Now that I'm thinking about it and it's a bit more closer to when I'm about to leave, I am really grateful that this city raised me. Being born in Australia is like winning winning the lottery, right? We have it so good here, but I also know that I still want to leave. I can feel it in my soul that this is something that I have to do for myself. I think I'll learn a lot from just being on my own in a foreign country and like fighting for myself. And like low-key, I've been kind of fantasizing Netherlands a bit in my head. Like I've kind of been putting it up on a pedestal, which is a really toxic trait of me, because whenever I meet people I really like or I'm drawn to, I tend to just ignore all their red flags and just chuck them on a pedestal. I'll see what happens. I might get a rude awakening. I might fall in love with the city and then fall out of it. I don't know. I guess it's okay to be uncertain. Also, I haven't started packing it and I really should do that. So also, these are the flowers I got. They're really cute and pretty. I've always been really obsessed with blue roses because they don't exist, because I love things that just don't actually exist.